Hey there, YouTube land. Big Dave here. A little Sunday morning chat. I'm having my coffee. I'm still looking for my coffee sponsor. Today's video, at the moment, I'm drinking Green Mountain Pumpkin Spice. I like it. It's good. So, a couple things. 2 viewer questions. And I figure I'll just do chat. You know, I had some mouth surgery and stuff. I had a big tooth taken out, and there was a infection in my gum and all that stuff. You know, so it's all crazy. But so far we're rocking along here. Somebody wrote about asking about getting a metal auto link and which one I thought was the best to start with. It's a really hard question because there's just so many things to take into consideration. But if I had to just pick like one to suggest or whatever to get started and you never played one before, I would say a 6-star. If you want a little brighter sound, it would be like a STM. If you want a little darker one, I would go with the New York. They both work with like a medium reed, and all the notes are going to come out. You're not going to be fighting with it too much. But you know, like some people say, well, they're inconsistent. They are a little inconsistent. So you get one, it may not play like the next one. So if you can go try them, that's better. Eventually, if you feel comfortable with the 6-star, you could move up a little bit to another size, even a half size. 7 or an 8 is going to be a different kind of ball game. It's going to feel totally different to 8. But the 6-star is a good place to start. It's medium. It's not open. It's not too close. You can do it has a lot of flexibility, so you can read section books with. You can do all kinds of stuff. The 7, in my experience playing them a long time, has a little bit more bite to it, and it has a little harder kind of a sound. In general, just the curve is different on the facing, so it plays different. And the 8, you can use a slightly softer reed and get more flexibility, more subtones, all that kind of stuff. So it's just, you have to kind of try them. If you can buy them online somewhere and return them if you don't like it, that's always the best deal, without a penalty. Sometimes, like, I don't want to suggest any places, but you have to look around and see what the return policy is if you don't really like it. So the other question was about articulation, and I did a video on this a while ago, and the tonguing. Some of the very best teachers used to say to just practice breathing and playing your sound and stuff, and don't get the tongue involved while you're practicing that stuff. Just leave the tongue out of it. But the tongue, where it touches the reed is going to change the sound when it starts. So if you're tonguing more towards the tip of the reed, it's more of a pointed kind of a tonguing. If you're tonguing a little further back on the reed, which is where you do most of the time, and also what part of your tongue you're using. You might be back 3/4 or an inch, on the tongue when you go to tongue, because you're not really, like, if this is your reed, you're kind of touching it like this. You're not really touching it like this. It's a little bit back. Now, if you have your mouthpiece more at an angle and you're hitting the reed with the tip of your tongue this way, like sometimes in classical music, you might have a little more of an upright position. You might be tonguing a little bit more this way. There's a lot of different kind of tonguing. What you need to do is experiment and see what kind of results you get from your own experimenting, and see, because some people have a bigger tongue, and other people have a smaller tongue, and some people have a bigger mouth and a smaller mouth, and where the mouthpiece sits and what angle it's at, all that stuff. But what's really important is not to be tempted to push down with your teeth on top of the mouthpiece and have the weight of your head on that mouthpiece, because it's just no good. You want to bring the saxophone to you and keep everything relaxed here. So if you're squeezing and biting and pushing and all this kind of stuff, it's negative. It's a more negative energy. All right. So the next thing is, if you're in New Jersey, October the 12th, Saturday, I'll be working at the Barron Fest, which is in Woodbridge, New Jersey. It's they have it every year. It's an art festival. It's an outdoor thing. It's a lot of fun. I'll be with basically a Brazilian type quartet that's run by a very excellent guitarist, Joe Frame, and he does a whole lot of stuff. He just finished the subway series here, or whatever it's called, up in the train stations. They have New Jersey Transit, Port Authority train station. They have music in the trains. So I know he just finished that. But anyway, it's always a great day. Hopefully the weather will be nice, playing outside. I think it's noon to 3, so I'll be there. And then Friday, October the 4th, and November the 2nd, which is a Saturday, I'll be at Rod's Steakhouse with a very excellent society piano player, Dave Elgar. That's in Morristown, New Jersey. Those are 8 to 12. It's Friday, October the 4th, and Saturday, November the 2nd. So we'll be jamming. We'll have the clarinet, and and it's a steakhouse, So if you go there for some reason, if you're in the area and you want to check it out, it's a great place. It costs a couple of bucks to go there. The food is fantastic. At least the last time I was there, it was. So anyway, so that's what's happening. All right. So I hope that kind of helped with those questions, and I appreciate you subscribing and following along. And as soon as I feel like I'm ready, I'll put a couple more regular videos up. Okay, happy Sunday. Have a good day.